Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Wednesday, July 8th. Coming up on Cullman Today, flags at Cullman City Hall were lowered Tuesday as Alabama honored an Alabama native who died battling fire in Colorado. Plus, Lake Catoma's boat ramp will reopen for part of the weekend, but the access will be temporary as improvement work continues. And the Willow Path is bringing the Big Easy to Cullman with a French Quarter-themed fundraiser supporting survivors of domestic violence. All of this, plus your 4 and 4 weather and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Flags at Cullman City Hall were lowered Tuesday as Alabama honored a fallen wildland firefighter. Governor Kay Ivey ordered flags across the state to fly at half-staff July 7th in memory of U.S. Wildland Fire Service firefighter Sydney Kathryne Watson, an Alabama native who died while fighting the Knowles Fire along the Utah-Colorado border. Watson was one of 3 firefighters who lost their lives June 27th while battling the fire. The U.S. Wildland Fire Service also identified the others as Emily Barker and Nick Hutcherson. The city of Cullman said it joined the state of Alabama in honoring Watson's service, courage, and sacrifice after residents asked why the flags at City Hall had been lowered. A public memorial was held Sunday in Grand Junction, Colorado, to remember the fallen firefighters and honor their dedication. City officials said Watson's sacrifice will not be forgotten, and the community joins others across Alabama in keeping her family, friends, loved ones, and fellow firefighters in their thoughts. Boaters will have short-term access to Lake Catoma boat ramp this weekend while improvement work continues. The Cullman Water Treatment Plant says the boat ramp will reopen Friday, July 10th, giving residents a chance to get back on the water for part of the weekend. However, the reopening is temporary. The ramp will close again Sunday, July 12th at 7 p.m. so crews can continue work at the site. After that, the ramp will remain closed for an undetermined amount of time while the improvements are completed. Officials thanked the public for its patience and said another update will be shared once more information is available. Anyone headed to Lake Catoma this weekend is encouraged to plan ahead and enjoy the lake safely. The Willow Path is bringing a taste of New Orleans to Cullman with its Night in the French Quarter fundraiser. The event is set for Thursday, September 17th at 6 p.m. at Cotton Creek, located at 417 3rd Avenue Southwest in Cullman. The evening is part of the Willow Path's Passport series, with the first stop inspired by the Big Easy. Guests will be able to move through the space at their own pace, enjoying live jazz, interactive entertainment, curated food stations, signature cocktails, bourbon tastings, daiquiri bars, and themed experiences throughout the venue. At 7:30, dueling pianos will take center stage, adding a high-energy feature to the night. The fundraiser will benefit the Willow Path, which provides emergency shelter, counseling, legal advocacy, and personalized support for survivors of domestic violence in Cullman County. Sponsorship opportunities are available now, including reserved table packages and featured experience sponsorships. Individual tickets are expected to be released in August. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up next, Cullman Electric linemen are getting extra work zone safety training from Alabama State Troopers to help protect crews and drivers on the road. Plus, Cullman County Schools students will once again receive free breakfast and lunch this school year, helping families save as classes get ready to resume. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Wallace State Fine and Performing Arts will present I Am a Pilgrim, The Evolution of Gospel Music, July 23rd through 25th at the Betty Leith Haynes Theater. Each performance begins at 7 p.m. The show traces the roots of American gospel music from plantations through the Appalachian Mountains and into churches, radio, and television. Organizers say gospel music grew from a blend of cultures, life experiences, and denominations, evolving over more than 3 centuries into a uniquely American art form. The production will tell that story through music and dance, offering audiences a look at the history, spirit, and influence of gospel music. Admission is a $10 donation with $5 admission for students and children under 12. Online tickets are available through Wallace State Fine and Performing Arts. Cullman County Schools students will once again receive free breakfast and lunch during the 26-27 school year. The district announced that every enrolled student at Cullman County Schools will be able to eat breakfast and lunch at no charge. School leaders said the program is designed to support families, ease back-to-school costs, and help make sure students have the nutrition they need to stay focused in the classroom. The district's message highlights the goal of fueling students for success both in and out of school, with healthy meals available to every student every day. Families will not have to pay for those meals during the upcoming school year, giving parents one less expense to plan for as students return to class. The Hanceville Fire Department hosted 26 candidates July 3rd for CPAT, or Candidate Physical Ability Test. Some traveled from as far as Memphis, Nashville, Atlanta, Chattanooga, and Albuquerque to take part. Hanceville hosts monthly testing, typically on the first Friday of each month. Officials said it is one of only 4 departments in Alabama that offers monthly rotations. The test simulates real firefighter duties. Candidates wear a 75-pound vest on the stair stepper, then move through hose drags, tool carries, ladder raises, a crawl maze, a ceiling breach and pull, and a dummy drag of about 160 pounds. They have 10 minutes to finish the course. With temperatures around 94 degrees and high humidity, the test pushed the candidates through the kind of strength, endurance, and focus first responders need on the job. Cullman Electric cooperative linemen recently received work zone safety training from Alabama State Troopers. The cooperative said safety is a top priority, especially for crews working near roads while restoring power, maintaining lines, or responding to outages. The training was designed to help linemen stay aware of traffic hazards, improve safety around work zones, and protect both employees and the traveling public. Cullman Electric thanked the Alabama State Troopers for taking the time to work with its crews and share guidance that can help them stay safe while serving cooperative members. Officials said partnerships like this are an important part of keeping the people who keep the lights on prepared, protected, and ready to respond when they are needed. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Gary Lee Harris passed away Sunday, July 5th. Visitation will be Thursday, July 9th from noon to 3 p.m. at Bethlehem West Baptist Church, followed by funeral service. Burial will be at the adjoining cemetery. Susan Marie Smith, 66, of Hanceville, passed away Monday, July 6th. No services are planned at this time. Timothy Irvin Hogland, age 65, of Cullman, passed away. A private memorial will be held at a later date. Harold Lee Wilhites, 85, of Cullman, passed away Sunday, July 5th. Visitation will be Thursday, July 9th from 10 to 11 a.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home with a celebration of life funeral service following. Graveside committal service will be from 12:15 to 12:45 at Mount Zion Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today looks mostly sunny and warm with a high near 88. We'll keep a chance of showers and storms in the forecast, mainly after 2 p.m., so the morning looks like your better window to get outside. Tonight, a few showers or storms could linger before midnight, then we'll settle into partly cloudy skies with a low around 70. Tomorrow brings more summer sunshine, but also another chance for showers and storms by late morning and into the afternoon. The high will be near 89. Tomorrow night looks partly cloudy with a low around 71. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.